Hi, welcome to Crisco's Corner. Proud to live in the greatest country in the world. Unfiltered opinions, no PC discussion here. Agree, disagree, hate it, love it, it's all good. Sit back and enjoy some unfiltered commentary. We discuss politics, culture, interviews, and more. Your comments are always welcome. Please help the channel by hitting that subscribe button. Doesn't cost a thing. And as always, thanks for your support. Hi folks, welcome back. Here we are from the Daily Mail online. Democrat Congressman Eric Swalwell refused to say if he had sex with China honey trap spy because it is classified, as he blames the president for his revelations and Trump Jr. calls him a risk to the country. I know I did an episode already on Congressman Swalwell, but I just can't help it. I'm sorry. This guy's such a moron that I have to do it. Swalwell reported to be part of a group of Democrats targeted by a Chinese spy, but he believes the timing of the revelation is a deliberate attempt to discredit him. Every time he opens up his mouth, it discredits him. Unbelievable. Congressman has been a strong critic of the president during his time in office. No, that's not accurate. He has been a moron. He lies. He lied repeatedly for years. Sits on the Intelligence Committee, which is problematic. At the same time, said he actually saw direct evidence of Russian collusion, and guess what? There was none. He went on every talk show in the world, dozens of times each. I even watched him live on Tucker Carlson's show called Tucker a Russian asset, right to his face. The guy's, he is the epitome. He is the epitome of plastic personality, lie, cheat, steal. I mean, I think the guy's a sociopath, frankly, and they call Trump that. My God. And I'm a big Trump supporter. Yeah, he's got his flaws, but Jesus, this guy is unbelievable. Asked by Fox News if he had sex with a Chinese spy, they said it was classified. You know, honestly and truly, you see her pictures here. I've seen some of her pictures of Miss Fang. I said in my other episode, somebody ought to start selling T-shirts and hats. Bang Fang. I'm serious. You can make a ton of money, especially in the Bay Area. I mean, they sell like crazy where he's from in San Francisco area. I'll be honest with you. The way she looks, she's wicked cute. She's really pretty. If she hid on him as a spy to try to, get information for the Chinese government, and he didn't sleep with her, I would actually think less of him. I would think worse. She's wicked cute. My God. What do you sign up for that kind of duty? Carlson said that Swalwell had a sexual relationship with China with Christine Fang. Fang is known to have sexual relationships with two Midwestern mayors. She gets around, poor thing. Boy, tiny little thing, but she gets around pretty good. It's unbelievable. It shows that China is growing increasingly confident and savvy. Yeah. Well, it's as simple as this. Guys think with their dick. That's just the way it is. Some guys have a lot more control than others, but it's just the way it is. And he was single at the time, and she's wicked cute. If he didn't sleep with her, I would think much less of him. That would be really hard, because I think he's one of the top 5 pieces of crap in the U.S. House of Representatives currently. Let's read on. California Congressman Eric Swalwell has refused to say whether he had a sexual relationship with a Chinese honey trap spy because it is classified, as he blames President Trump for the revelations. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, Donald Trump described him as a threat to national security. Good for you. Or Donald Trump Jr., excuse me. Yeah, that's the other thing. If this was Donald Trump Jr., before his father ran for president and won, my God, it would be the lead story. Be talked about at every top of the hour, at every mainstream media cable news show for at least a week, if not longer. It was reported by Axios, not exactly what I call a right-wing publication, on Monday that a Chinese national named Fang Fang, or Christina Fang, allegedly an operative for China's Ministry of State Security, targeted a group of Bay Area Democrats, including the congressman. Well, she's young. She got the energy, Hey, God bless her. Here's a picture of her. Actually, she's wicked cute. I mean, frankly, if you didn't, I would think worse of them. Swalwell had immediately cut off ties there in 2015 when U.S. intelligence officials briefed him on their security concerns. The congressman said he first became aware that Axios was looking into Fang's activities in July 2019, around the time he was ending his bid for the Democratic presidential nomination, which he was a strong critic of the president. Strong critic is he lied continuously for years about the president. And by the way, his presidential run, if you got any buttons or hats, Swalwell for president, keep them. Because there's only about 10 of them in existence in the world. The guy ran for president for about a half an hour. I've been the critic of the president. I've outspoken against him. I was on both committees that worked to impeach him. He said in an interview with Politico on Tuesday, questioned the timing. What timing? What? He's going to run for the U.S. Senate? Is that what he's going to do? They're going to appoint somebody to Kamala Harris's Senate seat, and then they're going to have a special election. He's going to run for it? Are you kidding me? I mean, look at her. She's cute. I mean, I wouldn't blame him at all. While Fang interacted with other current members of the House, including Tulsi Gabbard and Ro Khanna, California, as well as other promising politicians, Swalwell believes the information was leaked to target him. Yeah, he's the victim. Narcissism. It's all about him. The timing feels like it should have been looked at. Look at what? Look at what? The fact it should have came out a long time ago, it didn't. You got lucky. I'm sure your wife's pissed. Of course, you knew her before, according to the article I saw, before he met his current wife. So, hey. What it appears, though, that this person, as the story reports, was unsuccessful in whatever they were trying to do. I don't know. He was trying to get laid. It worked out for him. Should get any information from him? Who knows? But if intelligence officials are trying to weaponize someone's cooperation, they're essentially seeking to do it what this person was not able to do, which is try and discredit someone. Politico reported that Swalwell refused to answer questions on his relationship with Fang, but did say he was not concerned that controversy would jeopardize his seat on the House Intelligence Committee. Of course not. Not just Pelosi will cover his ass, pardon the pun. But the fact of the matter is, there's a D in front of his name. You have to understand, there's a whole separate set of rules if you're a Democrat. And obviously, a lot of people didn't get the memo. If there's an R in front of your name, you are scrutinized. You're even talked about for a week because you got 2 scoops of ice cream and everybody else got 1. So that's the way that goes. As the story references, this was back to the beginning of the last decade, and it's something that congressional leadership knew all about. What has he got, film? Pictures? That'd be worth seeing, maybe. She's cute. Tucker Carlson on Tuesday night said his team had asked Swalwell's office whether reports of a sexual relationship with Fang were true, but his office declined to comment, citing national security. Yeah, okay. Carlson's claim echoed that of Donald Trump Jr. on Monday, who repeated his accusations on Tuesday night. Trump Jr. also told Carlson's show that Swalwell was a threat to national security. Swalwell, 40, is the most high-profile figure to be swept up in the bombshell story of Fang, who between 2011, I'm sorry, I got to compose myself because I'm just laughing too hard, targeting rising political stars in the Bay Area and across the country who seem destined for nationally important roles. This moron, back then, as a city councilman in San Francisco, seemed destined for national roles? Holy crap. Well, maybe they're right. There he is. Swalwell was currently a member of the House Intelligence Committee and played a high profile in the impeachment of Donald Trump. Oh, gosh. U.S. intelligence officials believe that Fang had a sexual relationship with Eric Swalwell, said Carlson on Tuesday night. We asked Swalwell's office about that directly today. His staff replied by saying they could not comment whether Swalwell had a sexual relationship with Fang because that information might be, quote, classified. Oh, God. He described Fang as being Swalwell's companion who helped fundraise for him and secure the support of the Asian American community in his constituency. Swalwell was single at the time of Fang's mission in the United States, but did not marry his wife Brittany until 2016. I mean, she's wicked cute. I mean, there'd be something seriously wrong with you if you didn't. Fang met Swalwell in 2012 when her cover was a student at the Bay Area and became involved in activism and politics, moving on to fundraising. Yeah, she's a cutie. Swalwell's office gave a similarly opaque answer when asked on Monday I like that opaque answer, by Axios, which spent a year investigating Fang and Brand's relationship with her. Axios story does not report any romantic or personal relationship between Swalwell and the woman, although it does say that U.S. investigators discovered her having sexual relationships with two unidentified mayors from the Midwest while U.S. authorities were monitoring her. Busy girl. Busy girl. Here's the picture. Swalwell's picture with Fang of one of her numerous of their social engagements. He's wearing a tux. That's high end. Yeah, she's cute. Representative Swalwell long ago provided information about this person. Oh, but I'd love to see that report. Please, Mr. President, please take this report on Representative Swalwell and please declassify all of it. It would be really comical. I'd love to see the transcripts of the audio tapes on the interviews with the FBI. Oh, my God. That would be so cool. Oh, it would be, somebody could bind them up and sell them and give them money to charity. Because that kind of money, that money isn't worth $1 a ton, but give it to a charity, you'd sell millions of them. Oh, God. To protect information that may be classified, he will not participate in your story. Like what? What classification? Everybody knows she's a Chinese spy. Everybody knows she banged half the planet, including mayors. And I bet you they're all D's. They might not be. I'm not going to say because, guys think with the wrong head, and that isn't necessarily a Republican or a Democrat thing. But it'd be curious to see of all the ones she was supposedly interactive with, that's a good word to use, and see what parties they were. Intelligence agents were so concerned about Fang's involvement in Swalwell's office, they organized a briefing for Swalwell, and he severed ties with her immediately. She vanished not long after, presumably back to China. Yeah. Trump Jr. told Carlson's show Tuesday, I appreciate you calling out Eric Swalwell, somebody who's probably the number two recipient of these tinfoil hat brigade attacks about Russia for years. He went on to point out that Swalwell called him a traitor and added, I find it very ironic he was perhaps sleeping with a Chinese spy, certainly one that infiltrated his inner circle. Yeah, he called Jr. a traitor. He called Tucker Carlson to his face a Russian asset on his show live. What's even scarier is that you're one of the few people, as usual, calling balls and strikes and calling this sort of stuff out while the rest of the media remains silent. We shouldn't be surprised at the media being silent on this issue, which is truly a national security threat while this man sits in the House Intelligence Committee. So, Trump Jr. said, as Representative Swalwell, who spent years saying I was an agent of Russia, was literally sleeping with a Chinese spy at the time. You can't make this stuff up. And he's right, you can't. But low IQ individuals, my God. Oh, I'm not going to read it word for word, but Axios does provide stunning disclosures that an older Midwest mayor from an obscure city referred to Fang as his girlfriend at a 2014 conference. Information attributed to Cupertino Mayor Gilbert Wong. Oh, please, Mr. President, please declassify all this stuff. It would be really comical reading. I would love it. He also cited a current U.S. official saying that Fang had a sexual encounter with an Ohio mayor in a car while it was under FBI surveillance. Oh, please. Okay, please, Mr. President, now I'm begging you. Release the tapes and release the audio transcripts. Oh, this would be great. In a car. Hey, good for her. She's young. She's flexible. When asked why Fang was interested in the mayor, he said she wanted to improve her English. Oh, God. Another Trump Jr. tweet featured Trump warning of the dangers of potential election interference, where he blasted the administration for false equivalence between threats by China, Iran, and Russia, which interfered in 2016. It's all starting to make sense, quipped Trump Jr. It's the Democratic playbook to accuse others of doing all the things they're actually doing. This should be no surprise anymore. Yeah, deflection is called, I believe. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me. This is the second episode I've done on Congressman Swalwell. I wish I could think of a really clever nickname for him right now off the top of my head, but I can't. I should have wrote one down before, just so it would sound funny. I just can't think of one off the top of my head. But anyway, folks, you can't make this stuff up. You can't. And these little Q. You know what I would have said? Yeah, I screwed around with her. She's really pretty. I was young. I was single. She turned out to be a Chinese spy. So the F what? As soon as I found out, I stopped screwing her. Oh, okay. End of story. That's what most guys would say. Nope, can't tell because it's classified. Even when it's to their advantage to tell the truth, they still refuse to do it. Anyway, folks, I hope this story doesn't die for a while because it's just too good it's just too good. It's just too good. And I am picking on Mr. Swalwell a little bit. This is my second episode. If anything else breaks, I'll do a third episode, but I think I've made my point. This guy is just a piece of work. A piece of work. But don't forget, folks, I think he would sell a lot online. T-shirts and hats called Bang Fang. I think that would be unbelievably great marketing. Anyway, folks, until next time, goodbye and good luck.